What is up, guys? Tonight is February 18th, 2016, and tonight I'm just going to be making a video for you guys on my newly acquired Simplex 4305-B remote fire alarm annunciator panel, which I got from the building demolition over at 2000 South Naperville Road. So you guys saw this thing in the last video I made a few days ago, but tonight I'm going to be making a video specifically focusing on this panel. I'm going to go over it, show it to you guys, and then we'll do a test of it, which should be fun. So, basically, I got this panel about 2 weeks ago. As I said, it came out of the JP Morgan building here in Wheaton, which was just torn down. They just finished the demolition last Monday, I believe, so they got the whole building torn down. I'm pretty sure that they're going to begin building the new CVS pharmacy on the property pretty soon. I will not be surprised if they start getting that up soon. So the contractor for the job, the project manager for the job, was super awesome and was able to save this part for me, along with some other pieces from the system. I got these two 4251-20 poles here. This one here, which I got wired up to this panel, which we will be using to test it tonight. I got these two units here, these two units, this, and this. So, and then I got, he also saved me all the elevator parts too. That's what I got back here, all this stuff, those, and then of course, you guys know I got the car panel from the elevator too. So, but this is the panel I got from the lobby. Now, the contractor, in the first place, at first the contractor told me we would be able to get the main control panel from the building, but if you guys will watch the video I took a few days ago, you guys will know that didn't quite go as planned. I'm not going to go into it today, but that didn't quite go as planned, and the main panel was not able, they were not able to save it for me. But the contractor is going to be getting me a panel here pretty soon from someone else. He knows a lot of people, and he said to give me, or to give him, a list of panels I'm interested in, and he will track that panel down for me. And he's in the process of doing that now, so we'll just have to see what happens here. But for now, I have this awesome, rare Simplex annunciator panel, and this thing is awesome. This is, as I was just saying, this is an extremely rare piece. I have not seen this model before. I'm the only one on YouTube to have this model. It's for its age, it's in great shape. Now, the building was built in 1989, yet the sticker on this says 1981 on it. So I'm not sure when this panel was actually installed, if the date I have that the building was built is not correct. If this panel sat on the shelf for 8 years until it was, or 8 or 7 years until it was finally installed, who knows? And I don't even know what kind of panel this annunciator panel was used with. So, but let's go into it a little bit, show you guys what this panel's got. Now, in a few minutes here, or pretty much like right now, I'm going to be splicing in the pictures the contractor sent me while he was taking this panel out, because it's super. You guys saw these pictures on the phone, but I'm actually going to be splicing them into the video so you guys can actually get the full quality out of the pictures. The contractor did take pictures as he was pulling this panel out from the building while it was still standing. So I'll splice those in here, and you guys can enjoy those. So let's go ahead and do a quick overview of the panel. So the panel has 4 rectangles on it, if you want to call them that. Each one has something different on it. Now these two have the zones on them. Now these are the lights. All these zones have incandescent bulbs behind them, and the incandescent bulbs behind these will come on if there is if that zone of the system was activated, is in fire alarm. That's pretty much it with that. They're pretty, you know, the cool thing about it, this is these are actually incandescent bulbs, not LEDs. These are incandescent bulbs, which is extremely cool. And this was a 16-zone system, quite obviously. Like I was saying, I'm not sure like what panel that this was used with. It could have been a 2001. I have no idea. Down here, we got the whole trouble part of the panel. There's two lights behind here that would come on if the system's in trouble. We got a reset key switch, and then we got a Demco trouble silent switch, which I'll be showing you guys all this in a few minutes. We will be testing this. It's extremely cool. Then just over here, we got a blank area with the Oak Fire and Security Systems Incorporated sticker on it, which I'm guessing that's the company that maintained the system at some point. Let's go ahead with the, sorry, I kind of just messed that up. With the front of the panel, oh yeah, and of course you got the Simplex B key lock there. Now that I'm done showing you guys the front of the panel, let's go ahead and look on the inside of the panel. This panel was flush mounted to bricks, so you guys actually didn't see the back of this. This is all you saw from here, as it was flush mounted in the lobby of the building. So let's go ahead and grab my keys here, which are actually in the pull station, and we'll go ahead and show you guys the inside of this beauty. So I'm going to have to tip it forward and lean it down a little bit just so it'll stand on its own. Now, on the inside here, like when I first saw the inside of this panel 2 weeks ago, I like brought my keys when I got to go in the building, and as I was saying in the earlier video, the contractor and I tried to take this panel out, but the first time we couldn't get it. So, but when I first opened this panel, I'm like, this is quite a mess in here, but I'm not sure what any of those terminals do, but it actually wasn't that hard to figure out. These terminal strips here come off of the electronics on the door. These are all the incandescent bulbs for the zones. And down here we got that blank spot with the sticker on the front. Here's the cool part down here. We got two incandescent bulbs for the trouble light. We got a piezo beeper, which comes on if there's a trouble. There's that push button, which isn't a Demco push button, based on this manual that was floating around inside here. Let's go ahead and open this up and show you guys. I'm just going to leave this in here for now. This was in the panel when I first got it. If we can open this thing up. There we go. Installation instructions for that little push button on the front. That's pretty cool. So, there's that. There's the push button, and then we got the reset key switch, and then we got a relay, which I'll show you guys what that's for in a couple minutes here. So, there's all the terminal strips. As you guys can see, I have rewired this panel slightly. I've got all of the zone lights tied together, just for my own purposes. So, that there is the negative terminal, and then all those are the positive terminals for the bulbs. And I've got them, as you guys can see, I've got them all jumped together for the sake of testing this. So, there's that. There's the sticker, 4305-B, and October 9th of 1981. That's pretty darn old. So, there's the inside of the panel. There's all that. And let's go ahead and close it up here and lean it back up against the wall very carefully. And let's go ahead and test this thing out for you guys. First, I've got all the zone lights tied together, and they're going. This is being powered off of my two 12-volt batteries over here, because all this is 24 volts. And like, by the way, the 4005 is sitting back here behind my door. If you guys were going to ask where that went, here's the 4005. There's my two 12-volt batteries. I've got it all wired up to one of the pull stations I got from the building, and I'm just going to be using this as a switch to turn on the lights on here. So let's go ahead and pull the pull station and see how this comes out. There we go. pretty neat. There's all the incandescent bulbs for all the zones. I'm surprised that at least one of these bulbs isn't burned out. I'm really surprised. Now let's go ahead and cover up the flash on the camera so you guys can see that a little bit better. There's actually how it looks there. I just had the flash on because the lighting in my room is absolutely horrendous. So I try to use the flash as much as possible. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it while it's all turned on. There's all the incandescent bulbs lit up there. There's that. There's one more covering of the flash so you guys can see it. Let's focus it in. There we go. Beautiful. Very nice. Let's go ahead and reset the pull station. Then I'll turn off the lights, and I will be right back. I'm gonna let's reset this first. First things first, let's reset the darn pull station. Okay, there's that, and now I'm gonna hook the wires I have coming off of the. I'm gonna hook up the wires I have coming off of the devices down here. So hold on just a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I basically just did was I disconnected the wires coming off of everything here, and I connected the wires I have going to everything down here. But before I test this, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys how all this stuff works down here. But before I do that, I'm just going to say that this reset switch here, key switch, is a complete mystery to me. I have no idea what this switch did when this panel was actually still installed on the system. This switch is not a part of the circuit here, and I cannot find the terminals that go to the switch. They're back there. I just don't know which two terminals are for this switch. Therefore, until I figure that out, this switch will not be used, but I will demonstrate it for you guys. The switch takes the Simplex C key, as I call it, and you stick the key in, and you turn it. It clicks, which is pretty neat. So there's that switch, and as I said, this switch will not be used for now. I'm going to have to figure out how to wire that switch up. So what we've got here is the trouble light. We got two incandescent bulbs behind the trouble light. We got the trouble silence push button, and then we've got a piezo. Now, how this works is actually pretty cool, and then we got the relay back there too. Now, how this works is, as I was just saying, there's two incandescent bulbs behind here, which are tied to the piezo. When power is applied, the two trouble bulbs pop on and the piezo will pop on. That would happen if the system goes into trouble. That is all tied to the relay behind here, to where if you press the trouble silence button, the piezo will be silenced, will be turned off, but the trouble lights will stay on. And I think that's pretty cool that this panel can do that. That's the function of the relay back there. There's power going to the trouble and the piezo. The trouble lights in the piezo. You press the trouble silence button, the relay clicks, turns off the piezo beeper, and the trouble lights remain lit till the power is disconnected. That's when the relay clicks and resets itself. So I just think that's a really cool feature about this panel, that you can silence the trouble beeper without having to go to the panel to do it, without having the main control panel. So basically, I'm just going to tell you, it may be hard to hear the piezo beeper, that this is probably the quietest piezo I've ever heard on any kind of fire alarm panel before, so it is super quiet. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the pull station here. I'm going to show you guys how this little circuit works. So here we go. There it is. You guys can hear that beeper. It's, as I was just saying, it's super quiet, but it is sounding. See if I can hear it better if we open the door. There's the piezo. There's the two lights. Yeah, check this. The light's on, but the piezo is silenced. Let's go to reset the pull station. It clicked. Reactivate. Piezo. Silence. Reset. Reactivate. Piezo. So that's just a pretty cool feature about this panel, how the relay back there does all that work. I think that's super awesome. Now, just to prove to you guys that this switch doesn't do a single thing with the circuit here, I'll go ahead and press that. I'll just go ahead and turn this switch to show you guys that it does absolutely nothing. See? Doesn't go off. I'll go ahead and reactivate it for you guys. Doesn't turn off anything. Let's get this key ready. See? Switch does not do a single thing, so that's about it for this. Very cool panel. As I was saying, this is a super rare panel. Not easy to find. I have never seen this model out here, out anywhere else besides this building. So it's a great addition to my collection, as I was saying, and it's just a super nice piece altogether, and it's in super great condition. The contractor was super careful when he took this panel out for me. So there's one more inside view of the panel, and there it is. There's all the stuff that was just working. There's the relay, which is responsible for the trouble silence button. Pretty neat. So there you guys go. And after I do get my main control panel, this will probably be hooked up, and the Cerberus Powertronics panel will be too, probably. I just have to see if I'll just have to see like how much current these bulbs draw when I hook it up. So there you guys go. Thank you for watching, and that'll be it.